Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. This is Core Strength for Beginners. We're going to get stuck in straight away today, so let's go. To start today, we'll make our way to tabletop with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. We'll inhale, drop our belly, look up. Exhale, round in our back, chin to chest and squeezing our navel to our spine. And again, we'll repeat this a few times, moving at your own pace. Warming up our spine before we get stuck into our core exercises. Last one. And release, back to tabletop. We'll engage our core here by drawing our navel to our spine to ensure that we have a flat back. We'll tuck our toes and we'll hover our knees off our mat for a few deep breaths. Feeling our core working. And release, back to tabletop. As our next pose is in tabletop 2, if you've any discomfort in your hands, you can come onto your fists at any time. We'll engage your core, ensuring that we have a flat back, and we'll extend our right leg to our mat before hovering our foot slightly off the ground. We want to make sure that our hips are in line with each other here, so our right hip doesn't raise higher than our left hip. And we'll breathe deeply. And release. Right knee back down. Other side. Engaging our core to flat back, extending our left leg and raising our foot up, while ensuring that our left hip doesn't raise higher than our right hip. Remembering to breathe deeply. And release, left knee back down. We'll open our knees as wide as our mat, bring our big toes to touch, sit on our heels and come forward into child's pose. We'll do a cleansing breath here. Inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. We'll make our way back to tabletop again, tuck our toes and make our way to down dog. We'll have a generous bend in our knees to start as we draw our tailbone to the ceiling and our chest to our thighs. We'll walk our legs out now. And come to stillness. Inhale, up on our toes, squeeze our navel to our spine. Exhale, heels back down, keeping our core engaged. And again, inhale, up on our toes, navel to spine. Exhale, core engaged and heels back down. One more time. Inhale, up on our toes. Exhale, heels back down. And release, coming back to tabletop. We'll drop our elbows on our mat in the exact position our hands were in, and we'll clasp our hands together. We'll extend our legs and we'll come into our forearm plank. Our core is engaged, our legs are engaged, and our pelvis is tucked under our spine. And our shoulders are down away from our ears. Breathing deeply here. And release, lowering our hips and coming into our Sphinx pose. Elbows are directly under our shoulders and our shoulders are down away from our ears. We'll do another cleansing breath here. Long, slow inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And release. We'll make our way to lying on our mat now, in whatever way works good for you. We'll bend our legs and bring our feet behind our bum, close enough so that when we raise up in our shoulders and our head, we can skim the backs of our heels with our fingertips. On our inhales, we'll raise up to bridge. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. And again, inhale up to bridge. Exhale, lower back down. And again, inhale up to bridge. On our next bridge, we'll raise our right foot off the ground, bringing our shin parallel to our mat. And we'll do 3 toe taps here. And release, bring our right foot back to our mat. Toe taps on the other side. Left foot back to our mat and we lower down one vertebrae at a time. We'll move our feet as wide as our mat and we'll windscreen wiper our knees from one side and then the other and again. And release, moving our feet behind our bum again. We'll raise up in our upper body and we'll do some ankle reaches here. Reaching with our right hand to touch our right ankle and shimmy over to touch our left ankle with our left hand and repeat. Breathing deeply. If you need to take a break at any time, you can lower your upper body to your mat and come back with a strong core whenever you're ready. It's better to take a break than work with fatigued core muscles. And release. We'll roll our knees to our side and push ourselves back up to sitting, and we'll do a boat pose variation here. We'll come to sit on our mat with our knees bent, shoulders back and down. We'll bring our hands behind our knees and we'll come to boat pose with our shins parallel to our mat. If you find that too challenging, you can alternate between raising one leg at a time and then the other leg. If it feels good, you can let go of your knees, reaching your arms parallel to your shins. Again, we can do some toe taps here to make the pose a little bit easier. Making sure that we're not collapsing in our upper body, our shoulders are back and down and our spine is long. And breathe deeply here. Taking a break at any stage if you need to, and coming back with a strong core again. Squeezing our navel to our spine throughout this pose. And release. And we'll come to lying down on our mat again now. And we'll do some dead bugs. Bringing our shins parallel to our mat and raising our arms. Core engaged, bring our navel to our spine. On our inhale, we'll extend our right leg and our left arm over our head. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, we'll extend our left leg and our right arm. Exhale, back to our dead bug. And we'll repeat this a few times, making sure that our core is engaged and our lower back is in contact with our mat throughout. Moving with our breath here and moving at your own pace. taking a break whenever you need to. Last one. And release. We'll extend our right leg on our mat and bring the sole of our left foot to our right knee before twisting to the right. Keeping our left shoulder on our mat, we look to our left outstretched hand. And breathe deeply here. And release, other side. Sole of our right foot to our left knee and twist to the left. Right shoulder remains on our mat and we're looking to our right outstretched hand. Remembering to breathe deeply. And release. We'll hug our knees to our chest now and rock from side to side if that feels good. Opening our knees so that they're reaching to our armpits, continuing to rock. And release. We'll roll to one side and push ourselves back up to sitting. Please consider subscribing to Ciara's Home Yoga for more yoga videos. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.